Hello everyone. I wanted to talk to you guys about some things that I've been going through and struggling with over this cold fall. Things are beautiful right now, and it's hard to appreciate them sometimes when crazed with worry. Worry that is keeping me from living a more adventurous driving life and trusting life. Welcome to Moseying with Miss Willow. This is the next segment where I wish to talk to you about my life experiences and things I am overcoming with my struggles, my wars, and my victories alike. But more of lately, these stories have been struggles. But I see God or the universe through every one of these scenarios. I grew up open to the idea of God, but always believed in a greater force protecting and guiding us through our life and choices. The doors which open and the doors which have been shut behind us abruptly to shed light onto new paths. The sudden realizations we have in life, I believe, are no mere coincidence, and simply asking for assistance may go a long way through my eyes. My mother, who has never been religious in this way, has recently taken Christianity to her heart and soul, and I'm very pleased for her. She is a beautiful woman with lots to share, and lots of mending she takes on for other people and helps them. She is truly something of wonders in my eyes. Over the last few cold months, I have had difficulty with anxiety, going to see my parents almost every day, nearly every day, to sometimes every day. I'm in the last safe anxiety medication that my doctor can find for me, and nothing has been able to give me any positive effects. 2 medicines I have tried to do help my sudden outbursts of panic and sadness as they calm me down, and one of which I wish to discuss further. None of this is advice to or not to get medicated for your possible anxiety, but rather my own experiences with the subject. My partner once tried a medication that is either the same or similar to one that I'm taking, nor which caused an effect on him, which caused me stress. With my own personal issues, which I'm not going to get into within this episode. I used to be ridden with anxiety by this, asking him constant questions out of obsessive-compulsive behavior, beginning to, in return, stress him out. Over the many months not understanding or trusting his responses of how he really felt, I've asked God to help me understand better or have the great opportunity to grow. With none of my medications working, my doctor went down the row once again and suggested this one I so feared greatly and misunderstood, causing me to drift apart from my loved ones in one aspect, in an untrustworthy spiral of doubt and fear. I tried this one and understood the benefits and consequences of getting a taste myself, actually finding some peace with it, which was surprising to me. That same day, I drive on a road I fear greatly. I have horrible nightmares of hilly roads and rolling back in my car and being driven hastily along roadsides by others. Some of the medication which I'm taking has brought my anxiety to the worse, fearing roads that I have driven for ages. I know them well, yet in my head they are warped so greatly with my memory that I think they are some very scary obstacle. There is one where I got stuck behind a car on a hill, with a car in front of me and a car behind me, on a steep slope, and I was too inexperienced to know exactly how I should steady myself as not to roll back into the person behind me. I felt very scared with this, but I overcame it in my own way. I was safe, and everyone else was also safe, but this encounter caused me great anxiety and terrible nightmares of that road which I've driven probably 50 times to get to my doctor's. And therefore, in my head, the road was steeper and more exaggerated than before in my mind's eye. As I could describe it, it was 2 big hills with a valley in the middle, and you could lay a tractor trailer on it and walk under it. That is how it was in my mind, truly. I was safe, everyone else was safe in this encounter, which was great. Therefore, in my head, the road was steeper and more exaggerated than before. That is the road I take to the doctor's. And that day also, having asked the universe or God for help, whichever you prefer to use, He answered, and I conquered the road that day, seeing how not steep it actually was. Later this week, I pondered on the many opportunities that God had given me to overcome my woes. I felt blessed instead of sarcastic, which would have been my first response. With my partner, I almost went ahead and mocked the medicine and gave it a bad name in favor of our past conversations, which have not been so positive about it. Instead, I stopped myself short, and I said, I should be grateful that now I get to understand it. I get to see for myself the road which was so twisted in my mind, see how not scary some things I make in my head really seem to be. This is just a quick talk about my opening up to reaching out to God in ways that I've never done before. I am still not sure what I believe in, but there is food for thought. And there is good in the world, and when I ask for assistance genuinely, I find that assistance comes to me. I hope this video found you well, and have a lovely and magical day. I love you. See you guys soon.